The Galactic Council met in a huge chamber filled with bright lights and strange symbols. Alien representatives from many different planets gathered around a long table. The air was thick with tension as they discussed an urgent topic: humans. "Those Earth creatures think they are so clever," sneered Zorn, a tall alien with green skin and sharp claws. "They are nothing compared to our technology." Kira, the alien ambassador, sat quietly at the table. Her heart raced as she listened to the council members mock humanity. She was an elegant being with shimmering blue skin and bright, intelligent eyes. She had traveled to Earth many times and knew the truth about humans. They were strong, brave, and full of surprises. "The humans have been making strange moves lately," said Grail, a stocky alien with 4 arms. "We must show them who is in charge." "Agreed," shouted another council member. "We should send a fleet to intimidate them. A show of force will remind them of their place." Kira felt a knot in her stomach. She had seen how humans fought back against threats before. They were unpredictable, and their creativity made them dangerous. Kira stood up, her voice steady but urgent. "Please listen to me," she said. "I have witnessed the strength of humanity. They are not to be taken lightly. We must not underestimate them." The room fell silent. Some council members rolled their eyes, while others whispered among themselves. Kira continued, her heart pounding. "Humans have a unique ability to adapt and innovate. They do not fight like we do. They think outside the box. If we attack them, they will fight back with everything they have." Zorn laughed loudly. "What do you know about humans, Kira? You are too soft. We have advanced technology. A simple attack will crush them." Kira felt a surge of anger but kept her composure. "But we should consider the consequences. We have no idea how they will react. If we push them too hard, they could become a real threat to us." The council members exchanged glances. Some were starting to listen, but others were set in their beliefs. Growl slammed his fist on the table, shaking the room. "I propose we prepare for war. Let us gather our best ships and weapons. The humans will bow to us." Kira sighed, knowing the council was making a grave mistake. She tried one last time to change their minds. "War will only bring destruction. We should send an envoy to talk to them first. We can find a peaceful solution." But her words fell on deaf ears. The council voted to prepare for war against humanity. Kira's heart sank as she realized that they were heading down a dangerous path. As the meeting ended, Kira stepped outside the chamber, feeling the weight of her failure. She had tried to warn them, but the council was blinded by their arrogance. They saw humans as weak and primitive, but she knew better. She could not shake the feeling that they were making a terrible mistake. Back on Earth, news of the council's decision began to spread. Humans were unaware of the storm brewing in space. They went about their daily lives not knowing that a powerful alien force was planning to attack. Kira could only hope that she could find a way to stop the impending war before it was too late. In the depths of space, the council began their preparations. Ships were built, weapons were stocked, and strategies were planned. They believed that victory was guaranteed and that humans would quickly submit to their will. But Kira had a different plan in mind. She knew that time was running out and she had to act quickly. As she looked out into the vastness of space, she vowed to do everything in her power to protect humanity. The fate of 2 worlds now hung in the balance, and Kira knew she would have to choose her side wisely. With determination burning in her heart, she set off to find a way to warn Earth. If she could just get through to the humans, perhaps they could avoid the disaster that was about to unfold. On Earth, life continued as usual. People went to work, children went to school, and families enjoyed their evenings together. Little did they know that a great danger loomed in the stars. However, that was about to change. In a small office building, a group of world leaders gathered. News of the alien threat had reached them, and they were ready to take action. A large screen showed a live feed from the Galactic Council meeting. The atmosphere was tense as everyone waited for the latest updates. "We must act fast!" exclaimed President Reyes, a strong leader with a deep voice. "These aliens think they can intimidate us. We cannot let that happen." General Tran, a seasoned military officer, stood up. "I agree. We need to prepare our defenses. But we also need to understand our enemy. We can't fight blindly." The leaders nodded in agreement. They knew that unity was essential. Countries had to work together if they were to stand a chance against the alien threat. President Reyes spoke again, his voice filled with determination. "We have to put aside our differences and unite as one planet. If we work together, we can show these aliens that humanity will not be bullied. The room erupted in cheers. For the first time in years, nations began to set aside their quarrels. Teams were formed and strategies were discussed. Scientists, engineers, and military experts joined forces to come up with creative plans. Meanwhile, in different parts of the world, people were reacting to the news in their own ways. In cities and towns, citizens began to gather. They shared stories and ideas, hoping to prepare for the unknown. In New York City, crowds gathered in Times Square, where large screens displayed news about the alien threat. People held signs that read, "United we stand and humans are strong." The energy in the air was electric, and hope began to spark in their hearts. In a small town in Europe, a group of students decided to take action. They formed a club called Defend Earth. They brainstormed ideas on how to help. "We can create posters and spread the word," said Anna, a bright-eyed girl with a passion for art. "We can organize events to raise awareness." As word spread, communities started to come together. Neighborhoods organized meetings to discuss how they could prepare. They shared tips on survival, built emergency kits, and practiced emergency drills. Everyone wanted to be ready. Back at the leaders' meeting, General Tran presented a plan. "We need to train our military, but also prepare our civilians. If we can teach everyone basic defense skills, we will be much stronger." The leaders agreed. They began to create programs that would help citizens learn self-defense and survival tactics. They encouraged people to get involved and contribute to the cause. As days passed, a powerful wave of unity swept across the globe. Nations worked together to combine their resources. Scientists shared technology. Engineers collaborated on weapons, and soldiers trained side by side. The world was transforming into a single fighting force. Meanwhile, Kira, the alien ambassador, watched from her ship as the humans united. She had traveled back to her home planet, but her heart was still with Earth. She felt a sense of pride for humanity and wished she could help them prepare. In a secret meeting with sympathetic council members, Kira urged them to reconsider their plans. "We cannot go to war with Earth. These humans are unlike anything we have seen before. Their strength lies in their unity." But the council was divided. Many still believed they could easily defeat humanity. Kira knew she had to find a way to communicate with Earth before it was too late. Back on Earth, excitement grew as people prepared for the challenges ahead. The spirit of cooperation blossomed everywhere. Families bonded over shared goals, friends encouraged each other, and strangers became allies. As the world united, a message spread through social media: "We are humans and we will not back down." This powerful sentiment echoed across the globe, igniting hope in every heart. Kira hoped her warnings would reach humanity in time. She knew that a united Earth was a force to be reckoned with. As she looked out into the vastness of space, she vowed to find a way to help the humans prepare for the battle that was coming. Together, they could change their fates. The sun rose over Earth, painting the sky in brilliant shades of orange and pink. People went about their daily routines, unaware that a storm was brewing in the heavens above. A massive alien fleet, dark and menacing, was heading toward their planet. On the day of the invasion, Kira, the alien ambassador, felt a sense of dread. She stood on her ship, watching the Earth grow larger through the viewports. Her heart sank as she thought about the coming destruction. She wanted to warn the humans, but she knew time was running out. Back on Earth, the world leaders were in a high-security bunker, monitoring the situation. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the room, cutting through the tense silence. "Here they come!" shouted General Tran, pointing at the screen. The massive alien ships descended through the atmosphere, casting shadows over cities below. Panic erupted in the bunker as leaders realized that the invasion had begun. "We need to alert the public," President Reyes commanded. "They must prepare for what's coming." News stations scrambled to report the invasion. Anchors spoke urgently, urging citizens to stay calm and follow emergency protocols. The message was clear: the aliens had arrived, and they were not here for peace. Across the globe, people looked up in fear as the dark shapes filled the sky. The invasion was swift. Alien ships hovered over major cities, and beams of light shot down, causing chaos below. Buildings crumbled and fires erupted as panic spread through the streets. In New York City, a young man named Alex stood frozen in shock. He had been on his way to work when he saw the ships. "What are those?" he whispered to himself, his heart racing. Around him, people screamed and ran in all directions. But in the midst of the chaos, something unexpected happened. Instead of giving in to fear, Alex found courage. He turned to a group of strangers nearby. "We need to stick together. Let's find a safe place." Others nodded, and together they moved toward a nearby subway station, seeking shelter from the chaos above. As they descended into the underground, they could hear explosions and cries of terror. Meanwhile, in the bunker, world leaders were strategizing. "We need to fight back," General Tran said, his eyes blazing with determination. "Our military is ready. We can't let them take our planet." President Reyes agreed, but reminded everyone, "We must also protect civilians. We cannot let fear drive our actions. We need to remain organized." They quickly devised a plan. The military would launch a counterattack while emergency services helped evacuate civilians from danger zones. The leaders broadcast messages across all platforms, urging people to stay calm and follow instructions. Back in New York, Alex and his group found a large crowd in the subway station. People were scared but began to organize. "We can't just hide," someone shouted. "Let's make a plan to help others." Inspired, Alex suggested they split up into small teams. Some would help guide people to safety, while others would gather supplies and check for injuries. The group worked together, and soon, their fear transformed into determination. In the sky, alien ships unleashed their weapons, creating waves of destruction. But humanity was not giving up easily. Soldiers across the world sprang into action, launching their jets and attacking the alien vessels. The sound of gunfire and explosions filled the air, mixing with the cries of the terrified. As Kira watched from her ship, she felt a mix of emotions. She wished she could join the humans, to fight against her own people's cruelty. She knew that if she did not act soon, the destruction would be unimaginable. "Prepare to attack," commanded Zorn, the alien general, as their ships opened fire on the cities below. The invasion intensified, and the ground shook with each explosion. Kira took a deep breath, making a decision. She could not stand by and watch any longer. She needed to warn the humans about her people's plans, to give them a chance to fight back. She activated a secret communication device, hoping to reach Earth before it was too late. "Humans, listen to me!" Kira's voice echoed through the airwaves, desperate and urgent. "You are stronger than you know. Do not give up! Fight for your home!" Back on Earth, people paused, listening to the mysterious voice. Confusion spread, but also a spark of hope. Kira's message ignited a fire within humanity, reminding them of their resilience. As the invasion continued, humanity prepared to fight back, united in their struggle for survival. Together, they would show the aliens that Earth was not an easy target. The battle for their world had just begun. The invasion was brutal, but humanity refused to be defeated. In the chaos, a new spirit of courage began to rise. People everywhere stood up to protect their homes and loved ones. They would not let fear rule them. In the underground subway station in New York City, Alex and his group were leading the charge. They had organized themselves into teams, each with a specific mission. Some were helping the injured, while others were guiding families to safety. "Stay calm! We can get through this together!" Alex shouted, his voice echoing through the station. He could see fear in the eyes of the people around him, but he also saw determination. They were ready to fight for their future. In New York City, Alex stood atop a makeshift barricade scanning the horizon. He could see the alien ships still hovering above, but now they were met with a united front of determined humans. "Today we fight for our home!" he shouted, rallying the crowd around him. Cheers erupted from the group, their spirits lifted by the promise of hope. Kira, the alien ambassador, had successfully sent her message to the alien fleet, pleading for peace. But the high-ranking generals, led by General Zorn, were determined to crush the humans. They saw the defiance of the Earthlings as a threat, and they would not back down. "Prepare for the final assault!" Zorn commanded his troops. "These humans are stubborn, but they will fall before our might." Back on Earth, the leaders of the world gathered in a command center. "We need to strike now," President Reyes said, looking at the maps of the alien positions. "If we wait too long, we risk losing everything we fought for." General Tran nodded. "We have a plan. We need to divide their forces and attack from multiple angles." "This is our chance!" As the military and civilians joined forces, they formed groups to launch a coordinated attack. Teams of soldiers and volunteers took to the streets, equipped with makeshift weapons and a fierce determination to defend their home. In the heart of the city, a group of engineers had worked all night to build a powerful device that could disrupt the alien technology. They called it the Earth Shield. If they could activate it, it might level the playing field. Is everything ready? Dr. Kim asked, her voice tense with urgency. The engineers nodded, their faces grim but focused. They understood the stakes. Meanwhile, Alex and his group moved through the streets, urging others to join the fight. We need everyone! This is our chance to take back our planet! They handed out makeshift weapons and offered words of encouragement, igniting a fire in the hearts of those who had once been afraid. As the sun climbed higher, the moment arrived. The humans launched their attack. Jets soared through the skies, firing at the alien ships. Ground troops charged forward, shouting battle cries that echoed in the air. The Earth shield activated, sending a shockwave that disrupted the alien technology. The enemy ships faltered, giving humanity the upper hand. Cheers erupted as the humans saw their chance to push forward. Kira, aboard her ship, watched in awe as the humans fought back with all their might. They are incredible, she whispered, her heart swelling with pride. She knew she had to take action. If she could convince the alien soldiers to join her, the tide of the battle could change. She sent another message to the alien troops. You do not have to follow this path of destruction. Join the humans and we can find a way to coexist. Some alien soldiers hesitated, their hearts torn. They had seen the bravery of the humans and felt a sense of respect. The unity and determination of the Earthlings began to sway their resolve. On the battlefield, the clash intensified. Explosions erupted as the two forces collided, but the humans fought with everything they had. They pushed forward, taking down alien ships and reclaiming their streets. In a critical moment, Alex found himself face to face with an alien soldier. They both raised their weapons, but then Alex took a deep breath. We don't have to fight each other. We're both just trying to protect our homes. The alien soldier paused, uncertainty in his eyes. It was a moment of realization. The human's words echoed in his mind, and he slowly lowered his weapon. Behind him, others began to follow suit. Kira saw the change unfolding and sent a final message to the alien fleet. It is time to choose peace. Join us, and we can build a better future together. As the message spread, more alien soldiers began to lower their weapons. The tide of battle shifted as some ships turned against their commanders. The unity of humanity had sparked a change even among their foes. General Zorn, realizing he was losing control, shouted in fury. But it was too late. The remaining alien forces began to withdraw, surrendering to the humanity that had proven too strong and resilient to defeat. As the dust settled, cheers erupted across the streets of Earth. Humanity had fought back, not just for survival, but for a future they could shape together. They had shown that even in the darkest moments, hope and unity could prevail. In that moment of triumph, Alex looked around at his fellow humans, feeling a sense of pride. Together, they had faced the impossible and emerged victorious. And as they celebrated their hard-won freedom, they knew that the true strength of humanity lay in their spirit, their resilience, and their ability to unite in the face of adversity.